Hi guys. So we're having a problem with Clint. So Amber's behind the scenes. He's working with them. I just didn't want you guys sitting here just wondering what's going on. I did that with Tracie's interview. Remember, Tracie was an hour late. So I figure I'll just bring you guys in and let you know what's going on and why we're doing this interview. Okay, so I did an interview with Tracie. Oh God, probably 2 weeks ago, and it was a compelling interview. She cried. She basically said that she missed Clint. She explained the situation that Clint just kind of left her. He left her. So then we aired the interview, and it was really good. It was me and my team interviewing him. And I would say, oh gosh, maybe 3 days later, I get an email from Genevieve. That's Clint's new girlfriend. Now, some people in the chat were saying that they didn't even know Clint had a new girlfriend. He has a new girlfriend. He hasn't been with Tracie for a minute. Do you guys remember the cliffhanger at the last episode that we seen? They sent her off to rehab. She agreed to go to rehab. According to Tracie, when she was in rehab, Clint used to come and see her every weekend. But then all of a sudden, he stopped making as many visits. According to Tracie, this is when Clint began to have an affair. This is Tracie's side of the story. I guess Clint's is total. Here he is. Okay, let's see. Hi, Clint. Hi, how are you? Oh boy.
Somebody was trying to call me now. I had to decline the call.
Hi. Okay. Where's Genevieve?
Genevieve is to my right, next to me. Well, she was.
Okay. Let's give them. Amber says she's signing back in. Let's give Amber one more chance. So, did you see my interview with Tracie? Did you see my interview with Tracie? No. So I got a call from Genevieve, and she said that her side of the story was a little bit different. So we're going to go into that when Amber gets back on. How are you doing in Ohio? Do you like it there?
I love it here.
You do? What made you move to Ohio?
Genevieve. Jen, I'm sorry.
Okay, so when did you? So when you? What's that?
Her and God.
Oh, well, okay. So when the audience last seen you, Tracie was getting shipped off to rehab. When I talked to Tracie, she said that's when your relationship, you guys kind of start growing apart. Would you say that was correct?
No, because I stayed in that area where she was at, lived in my car for her.
Why were you in the car?
What's that?
Why were you in the car?
Because I didn't have any money, and I just gotten
quiet.
We just got kicked out of my parents' house by my mom. So we were just doing what we were doing, or I was just doing what I could do at the time to survive. But to say that, I mean, if that's what she thinks, that's fine, whatever. But I mean, fact of the matter is, I stayed in my car near it was in a little town called Argyle, Texas, but I would stay like in parking lots of hotels and stuff and sleep there in my car. And I lived in my car for that whole time, that whole 6 weeks, that there's 6 or 7 weeks.
She was in your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
And see, also, I was able to go to all of the because every weekend I would have to go sit through a 4-hour class just to be able to see her for 4 hours on a Saturday. That was the only visitation that I got for the week.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, okay. So, why did your mom kick you out? You guys had a disagreement?
Well, I think it was needed, to be honest. Because me nor Tracie were working, and we were just taking advantage of the situation. and it was long. It was needed, long before it happened. To be honest with you, but
So when you were living out of your car, when did your feelings for Tracie change?
what's that?
When did your feeling for Tracie change?
Really, that was shortly after like 2 days after the rehab, when she got out, because that's when she had, bought some meth behind my back while I was asleep in the casino room that we were staying at in Hobbs. So once that happened, it's just like, that was 45 days of, sobriety. And then like 2 days out, and then she would like lie to me about it, afterwards. And it just, when you lose trust with a person, which I'm sure she didn't whatever trust me, but fact of the matter is I was at home, at either home or in my car whenever, but before she was in rehab, I was always at the house. And while she was in rehab, and mind you, that was the hardest thing in the world to get her to go there, because me and her mom had to, like, I feel like, pacify her for like 2 hours at least to get her. She would always just give me one more 20, and we'll leave, because we was at a casino by the Oklahoma state border. And then, it's just that I just feel like all she wanted to do the whole time during our relationship was go to the casinos and well, I mean other things, whatnot, but I just so many times was put in situations where I would just be freaking out and stressed out, and just situations I didn't want to be in. And I don't know. I just know that my life is like tenfold better than what it was, because I've established a residency. But I did total my car that I was texting her while driving. But
yeah, I heard about that. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Let's bring on Genevieve and Amber, and then we can talk, because she's the one that wanted the interview. She really wanted to clear things up and get her side of the story out there. And, she said clear her name, so I don't blame her. So let's bring her on, and Amber. Hi, Amber.
Can you hear me now?
Good. We had a bit of some trouble, didn't we?
Yes.
So did you hear Clint?
Yes, I did. First off, you look great. You look amazing.
Yeah. Did you hear Amber, Clint? Hi, Genevieve. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we left off with Tracie went to rehab. Is this when Clint started talking to you?
No. Yeah, we didn't know each other for 2 weeks from rehab, and he took off. That was my main thing I was mad about.
One of the nights after I had visitation with Tracie, it was raining real hard, and I hydroplaned my car, and I knew it was messed up, and I was just reached out to her at that time.
But we were talking way prior to that.
Yeah.
Were you guys talking before Tracie went to rehab?
No.
So you started talking when Tracie was in rehab?
Yeah.
When did you realize, Clint, that Genevieve was someone that you were developing feelings for? I'll say it that way.
I'd say about 2 weeks before she got out.
So Genevieve, you've heard my interview with Tracie, and you said you wanted to clear some things up. I would feel the same way. I'm going to go ahead and let you just tell me some of the things that you thought was misrepresented you in the interview.
like I remembered when you guys had said, you brought up the 2-week thing about the hydroplaning, whatever. We did not meet that night. We had been talking prior to
him outside.
Yeah, hold on. He's going to put the dog outside. We had met. I don't know who to look at. I feel like I'm just like, who do I look at here?
You remember Amber, don't you?
Yeah, okay.
That's Amber.
Dude, honestly, what everybody keeps saying is it was a mistress thing, that me and Clint were talking all sexual and whatever. It was nothing like that. I actually, I didn't know too much about the show. I knew a little bit of it. Oh, let's start from the first thing. Tracie and I were never best friends. Someone had reached out to me that she was having, someone had reached out to me and said that she was having some drug issues. I think it was like 8, 9, 10 months ago. I did send her one thing, and I think I said that she was pretty and good luck with whatever. We were never. I'm trying to like figure this out. Ooh.
You were never friends, so that was just a rumor.
Yes, that is absolutely a rumor. I mean, I did leave her a message, and everybody could see it. I mean, it was screenshotted, and all it said is I think that I said that she was pretty, and I said like something like good luck with whatever. No, we weren't BFF. It wasn't anything like that at all. In fact, the reason I reached out to Clint was I was watching Mama June, to be honest with you, and just so happened Love After Lockup was on before that. And just so happened the incident that I saw was the rental car and Clint. And I felt so bad because I had just found out that my mom was using drugs. So I just shot Clint a message. I don't remember verbatim what it said, but it was just like, I'm going through the same thing. If you ever need a friend, hit me up. And that was it. And then he hit me up like 3 months after the fact. 3 months after the fact.
Wow.
And all he asked me was, and I do remember, is he said, if you don't mind me asking, what type of drugs was your mom on? And I said, at this point, it's like, what kind of drugs isn't she on? And that was it.
Did you watch the show? Have you ever watched the show?
I had watched it like a little bit, but like literally that night, it was just the fact that I was waiting for Mama June to come on, and it just so happened I saw that.
Wow.
Well, when did you realize that you started having good feelings for Clint?
He messaged me about 2 weeks before Tracie was getting out of rehab. I mean, what people don't understand is, yes, he did sleep in a car. The whole time, pretty much, that him and I talked, it was about her and how much he loved her, wanted things to work out. I was rooting for both of them. It wasn't like, hey, let's run away together and rip each other's clothes off with our teeth. Like, it was nothing like that at all.
No.
And
what was it like? Were you just his shoulder to cry on?
Pretty much every night it was routine. I would go upstairs and he would call me or I would call him. We would talk for about 2 or 3 hours. That's one thing Clint and I are amazing about, is we talk really, really well. We didn't sit and bash her or anything, but towards the end, I do remember Clint was getting really nervous because I think he was starting to realize when he was visiting her that she wasn't pleasant all the time to him. Yeah. And I do think he was scared that when she got out that she didn't take the program seriously. And this is up to Clint on whether to tell you this. If you guys don't know this, but this is why I know for a fact she did not take the program seriously. She received something for doing the program.
Ooh. Received something like what?
Like cash, money.
Oh, from WeTV?
Sharp Entertainment, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, so yeah. You think she just went because of? But when she came back, she was clean, right? When she first came back, she was clean. When did she discover that you two were an item?
About 3 days after.
Probably whenever I texted Genevieve about Tracie messing up my front end of my car, which was like a week after the rehab.
Yeah, because we didn't think we were going to talk afterwards. And the only thing that I did ask him is I said, if you can, at least text me and let me know that you're okay. You know, it was, like I said, that none of this crap was a romantical whatever. Yes, feelings were whatever, but nothing acted on it. No nudie pics, no nothing like what was portrayed to you, what you were told about. And he honestly, he did. I said, Clint, you'll know within a couple days whether she took any of this seriously. I said, but always know when you walked away from this, or if you do, you did everything that you could do as a husband.
Right.
He did get in contact with me, literally. It wasn't even but days later, and she had wrecked his vehicle, was back in the casino. She was also in rehab for her casino issues as well. So she was back in the casino, and she had used again.
So she has gambling problems as well?
Yeah. 2 days after I had left her and got here to Cincinnati from Albuquerque, I started in Albuquerque and Cincinnati. Later than 2 days, she texts and says I hit like a $14,000 or $15,000 jackpot, and she didn't break bread with any of that with me, and it's whatever, it's because like legally you're supposed to, if you're married, you're supposed to share half your winnings or whatever, and I never went after her for that or nothing like that. And people claimed that he's just about the money, and like no, that's. I just when she hit that, I felt like come to me, I mean, because
so when she hit the jackpot, had you two already broken up?
I was in Cincinnati and she was in Albuquerque, and she, I guess, got an Uber or whatever to the casino, and then that's hit that, and then still she gets money from people paying her to give them a shout out, and
includes us in the shout outs.
It includes us in the shout outs, and tries to, bring me down. And even all I'm feel like I'm at the bottom, like every day, but I still am here, and struggle is real.
Yeah.
Do you feel like life with Tracie was chaotic, life with Genevieve is more stable? Is that what's going on here?
That's fair to say, because we was always staying in. When Tracie was, whenever before the rehab, it was, I thought, stable, but I wasn't working, and I don't know, she wasn't, and I don't know, she would ghost me for a couple days, and just like that would like kill me, but
she would disappear on you like she did at the during the season.
Just like that, yeah.
Where would she be when she disappears? On a drug binge or something? Where does she go?
To just there's these two cities that are like 15 minutes apart in Texas, and that's where she's like grew up and raised in, and that's I mean, to be honest, that's her like bad place, I should say. It's just there's Midland, Odessa, Texas, which is an hour 90 minutes from Hobbs.
Right.
Which is she would just go there for a day or two, get some money from an old man.
It's no secret, Clint, that your mother did not like Tracie. Did she have anything to do with your decision to walk away from that relationship?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because at the end of the day, it's always going to be my mom, because you only got one of them, and she's not going to be on earth forever, and I'm still blessed beyond words of how to be able to have her, and she's for the most part real healthy, and yeah, and I just thank God for that, and I know Tracie thinks that she got me away. I mean, I did. Like, I was estranged from my mom, or well, not estranged, but my mom's always been part of me. Big relationship, we're close, big influence. And
what do you think about Genevieve?
What about her?
What does your mother think about Genevieve? Does she like
Oh,
her?
my mom. No, she doesn't like her at all. She loves her.
Oh.
No, wow. That's good. That's
Okay.
good. That's a good thing.
Amber, you were going to say something and I cut you off.
Uh, no, I was just gonna ask about the rehab. When she went in, is it true? Because I kind of heard that she went in not with the intention on being detoxed. Is that
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna. I want to say no. You know that she wouldn't. No, I mean, yeah, she did hide stuff,
right? Yeah.
you know, in her bra or somewhere. Because I
Wait,
know that.
you're saying that Tracie took drugs to rehab with her? Oh,
Mhm.
wow. How do you know? Did she tell you?
Well, yeah. See, like the first 4 days at this certain one,
Mhm.
um, because see, I didn't want anything to do with the stuff, you know, because I wanted to throw it away, but she didn't want to. So it's a long story how we came into that stuff, but um, I didn't want anything to do with it, and so I just we went to I don't know. She I guess like every both times that she went, I think she had something with her. But I know this last time she had a lot with her, and I don't know
Mm,
where she put it. But I know the first 4 days that you're there, you can't be on your phone, you can't do anything. It's the detox process, I guess,
Mhm.
and um, it's just I was there for her the whole 6 plus weeks, 7 or whatever almost, and you know I just she I
Like it
don't
was all made out that like he wasn't waiting for her and wanting to work things out. He did. He stayed there the whole time. I was on the phone with him. When people say that he wasn't in his car, yes, the hell he was in his car. And yes, I was on the phone with him when he hydroplaned. But I mean, how is he? Hey, by the way, Jen, you're a really cool fan. I'm hydroplaning right now, and hey, let's
mm,
hook up, and I'll be down in 2 weeks after this is all set. I mean, do you understand how ridiculous that sounds?
yeah,
I
makes a
mean,
lot of
yes, I
sense.
was on the phone with him. Yes, I stayed on the phone with him because he was scared. He literally almost wrecked. And an older man did help him out with money because Clint's parents were not giving him any money. And
Hmm.
yes, he was in his car every single night. And yes, we both talked about, you know, it wasn't like that. So when he said he had feelings 2 weeks before she got out, if it was the most innocent way that you could have said it, that's how it was said. No nudie pics, no nothing. He sent me
no
one picture of himself. I sent him 2 pictures of myself. That was it. Nothing. I would never bring a man to my home after 2 weeks of not knowing him on a show that I'm not that educated about and have him come in my home with my 2 daughters.
Right.
What
So
kind
you
of
were
mother would that
comfortable.
make me?
Yeah. So you were already comfortable with him.
Clint and I, that's one thing Clint and I have never even to this day had a problem with is talking honestly.
That's good. Hmm.
If you saw the interview, you saw that Tracie started crying in the middle of the interview, saying
Okay.
that, go ahead, I'm sorry, Genevieve.
Here's what I think is very weird about this. And again, I hope that she's not because she apologized to me after the interview that she did with you.
What did
She
she
did.
apologize for?
I mean, the only reason that I could think of was because of what was said on your interview. Because I jumped her butt. I wrote her and I said, you did not tell the truth to anybody at all. I said that's disrespectful to her podcast and that's disrespectful to Clint and I for making this out that none of 10% of that interview was true. And that's the honest to God truth.
and uh, Genevieve told me something about like my mom, like
Oh, and her
Tracie.
mother being brought into it. That really ticked me off about Alice saying that she broke Clint of the cycle. How? No, no.
Hmm.
That what did she? I mean, she got Clint in so many situations that that could have killed him literally.
Mm.
Right.
How is she doing him a favor, breaking him away from his mother to put him into a lifestyle for him to sit outside while drug deals and God knows what else is
Mm.
going on? How is that helping him?
So, Clint, do you feel like that your mom was so protective and so in the middle of you and Tracie's relationship because she was worried about the drug thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, which that's to me is understandable because no parent wants their child to be on drugs or with someone who is on drugs or uses, and um, I just I just know that moms know best, and I know that my mom was beyond optimistic going into the beginning of it all, and was hopeful, just like me.
Mhm.
And but like everybody said, wouldn't work out. They were right, but that's life. And
Well,
just
would it be a fair statement if I said you love Tracie, you'll always love Tracie, but you just can't do that anymore? Is that a fair statement?
I think that's a fair statement because um I really did try my hardest for her, and there's I gave my all, my everything to her, my life, my heart, my soul. And it didn't work out. And um her drug problem, I feel like she like chose that over me, because I'm trying to get away from that and not be known as somebody who uses. I practice what I preach. She tells a different tale. Like, I'm not using, when in all reality she is.
Mhm.
And I'm like, the only thing I use is marijuana. So that's the only drug.
And you're legal about it.
And yeah, my drug. And I got my medical cannabis card too, as well.
The way
And
we're explaining it, it seems like it was either save the relationship with Tracie or save myself. And I think you chose yourself,
you
which
see,
everyone
I
should do.
did. I see. Like, I didn't have to. Like, when my mom kicked us out, I didn't. I could have just told Tracie to kick rocks. Then and but no, I didn't. I took her with me in my car, and we went to Midland and Odessa for a few days. But yeah, ended up getting her to rehab somehow. But
Do you ever see yourself moving back to New Mexico?
I would love to, but first things first, I got to get my career started, and I still am not working yet, but I'm going to be hired by real soon. I just don't want to go into details just yet out of that, but
You got the job.
I mean, yeah, pretty much, but it's just uh, I'll let like on Facebook, it'll well be known like, hey, I work here when they hire me.
On season one, you were really close to is it your first wife? Are you still close to her?
Yes, ma'am. I would say so. Not like real close, because she's with another man,
Uh-oh, it froze.
and
Amber, can you hear me?
Yeah.
But can you hear us?
yeah.
Okay, you
Uh-huh.
froze. Well, what were you saying? The screen froze. Are you still close to your first wife?
I mean, just not really that close. We don't talk that much, really. Man, just my son just turned 8, or our son just turned 18, and he lives, with her, and for now, and we get along great, and she has a man, and now I knew, I don't know if he's a fiance or whatever now, but we get along great. And
Mhm.
my mom loves her, and she's a good person. She wrote me a letter of recommendation, uh, which has helped me tremendously in finding employment opportunities.
Yeah.
So,
Do
and
you ever
that's
see
been
yourself having children with Genevieve?
Mm.
um
Look at his
um
smile.
Good question.
um I I need to get my like situation financial, like more like I am not alive.
Just
Well, what about marriage? Do you see yourself marrying Genevieve after you divorce Tracie? Because you're still married, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just waiting for I am
residency.
I've got to be here in Ohio for 6 months, and I've been here 5 months. And so yeah.
I have a caller calling in, and Genevieve said you guys would take questions. Do you still feel like taking questions?
Yeah, I'll take questions.
Okay, Amber, I'm gonna put you down really quick. Hi, Gio. How are you?
What's up with y'all? How you doing, Sharrell? Peace and love. What's up with it, Clint? Peace and love with you, my brother.
What up, Gio?
Wow, it's Gio.
It's Gio. Go ahead, Gio. I know you were excited for this interview. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, Clint, you know, like, you my boy, I mess with you, Clint. You a good person. You got a good personality. And so I talked to your ex, you know what I'm saying? And I asked her, you know, when she went to rehab, is she, you know, still clean and stuff? So do you think that she's still clean?
I mean, my opinion is that she's not, but I mean, God bless her if she is, but that's just, I mean, I'd have to see it to believe it, bro. I mean, to be completely honest, I would have to see that to believe it, because, you know, you can, you know, talk a big game, but, you know, if you're not telling the truth, and at the end of the day, you know,
yeah,
you can just tell when people are like, one is using, I mean, like the mannerisms and stuff like that, that I don't know. I just
moving the screen.
Yeah, moving the screen and, you know, and just and stay still.
Y'all good. You know, I want to ask you another question too.
What's up?
So, what made you stop using? You know, like what pursued you to stop using? You know, I really want to know, because a drug is a hard thing to kick, and I just seen a lot of people on
Meth is a fucking hard ass drug to quit, no doubt. My main, oh gosh, what inspired me to stop using? Gosh, that's an excellent question. I haven't used since the end of October, beginning of November of last year. So we're at like 6 months now or something like that, I think. And you know, I still got a long ways to go, whatever. But I feel like as long as I have my Mary Jane, and you know, do you smoke too yourself?
No, I don't smoke marijuana. I don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I probably have a beer, wine, some here and there, but I don't smoke nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't do none of that stuff.
Wow, I don't see how are you able to deal with life without some kind of vice?
It's like this. It's like, so, see, I study a lot. Like I'm going to school to be a emergency medical technician. So I have to be.
That's badass.
Yeah, you know, like that pays, boy. So man, maybe you should get into the field. You like you could be a person that want to price, bro.
I saw a commercial one time of that, like on monster.com, and it showed a guy running up to the scene, and then he just fainted, and I was like, yep, that'd be me.
You know, this backyard is filling up. I'm gonna don't hang up. I'm gonna bring you back, okay?
All right.
Okay. Hi, Steph. How are you? Do you have a question for Clint and Genevieve?
Oh my God! I just want to say I'm just figuring this out, and I've been trying to get into your room, and I'm learning how to do it, and I'm so happy now. So when I get on your other 90 Day Fiancés I watch, I'll be good to go.
Tracie's mom.
It's not her.
Oh, okay.
I'm disabled, so no, I don't watch the Love After Lockup, but I just want to. I watch all your lives.
I think she's on mute, Sharrell.
You can't hear her?
No,
ma'am.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Steph. Let me bring some. Hi, Lynn.
Sorry.
Lynn, can you hear us? We're having a hard time today. I'm getting.
Yeah, it says mute.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna bring up Gio and Amber so we can get final questions. Do you guys have any final questions for them?
I just want to know, I mean, is everything going good now? Like, I mean, you look healthy, you look great. You know, I commend you on everything. I mean, you look amazing compared to the last time I saw you. So
God is a big inspiration in my
yes.
life, and I just I can't without giving him any praise, because without God, Jesus, I'm nothing. I don't know what y'all's religion is or whatever, but
That's facts.
I'm Christian.
That's facts.
I think everyone here, Clint, is proud of your efforts of trying to be on the straight and narrow. We know how hard it is, and just live a clean, sober life. I mean, everyone here has to respect that, and so
thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we do. And you look good. Do you think you're going to be on the upcoming season of Love After Lockup?
I mean, then what happened to that show? Life Goes On. Isn't that on there? I mean,
sometimes, yeah, I haven't really heard anything about that one here lately.
Because my days of riding to prison for love are far behind me.
Please, leave that alone. Leave that alone.
I think my mom would disown me if like I went back to that. So, and I can't do that.
Somebody said you still love
Chantel wants to know. Chantel Blake, do you still love Tracie? That's what Chantel wants.
I mean, I still have love. I mean, she's great. I mean, that's last 2-3 years of my life. But I'm just focused on moving forward in my life, and I don't want any hardcore drugs like around me. And
Victoria says that you really changed. A lot of people are saying in the comment section that they think you've changed. They really do.
Yeah, he really has, and I'm proud of you, Clint, because you came a long way.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gio. I appreciate that. Means a lot to me coming from you because you're like a medical person. I salute. You're like I wish you the best in your future endeavors with that.
I want to ask you a question, Clint. What do you want to do as career wise? Like, what do you want to be like in life?
I want to. I want my feel like my purpose in life is hospitality. So like hotels, like nice upscale hotels, like things like that, and either that or delivering people packages, or fitness center. I just want to bring entertainment to the world in any way I can, and bring a smile to people's face. And
Clint, you be working out, Clint. You work out, Clint. You really be working out, Clint. Don't tell me we're gonna have a bodybuilder Clint in here in a minute. You gonna be big.
I wish I had a body. Shit.
I want to know: is there anything else?
Yours is probably better than mine.
Is there anything else that Genevieve wanted to clear up? Because I really wanted her to get everything off her chest.
I just didn't want to look like the mistress out of any of it.
Yeah, because she's not mistress. She did nothing to me but be a real close personal friend during a real tough time during my life. And well, she continues to do so.
You're still married, so are you going to file for divorce when you feel like it, or what are the steps you're going to take towards the divorce?
Really just file the paperwork, really, which will be in July. So, because that will have been 6 months that I have been here. It'd probably be the end of July.
Now, will she have to come there? Because I know some states, if you file in those states, will she have to come there to like contest it, or do you not feel like she will contest it?
I'm hoping. I don't think she will because she's with someone else now, and she's like.
Oh, that was another thing. If you don't mind me bringing up, when she had gotten upset, I felt bad because I understand that she is in pain over this. However, like again on the show, she was upset. Like, people were like, "Go get your man," and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to show up in Ohio," and this, and that. Well, later on that night, I got a text, and it was a picture of her and another guy. So I was like,
so "You say she has another boyfriend already?"
There's been 2 pictures with 2 different guys. But that
Oh.
that day in the particular interview when she had spoken to you guys and was crying, what I thought, it wasn't even 2 hours later, I get a picture and it's of her and another man. So I'm like, why did you go on that podcast to make it look like this, and that? Like, she was not on her way to come see Clint when she got in the accident. That is not true.
No, she wasn't.
She was not on her way.
She's made no effort to come see me.
She made no effort to see you?
No.
In my opinion, she hasn't. I mean, why isn't it's been, God, Lord knows how many months or weeks, you know? I mean, if I can't.
She did say in the interview
what
she did a lot of things wrong. She did. Did you hear her say that? She said, I did a lot of things wrong to Clint. She did.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's one thing where like I said, I talked to Amber about this yesterday. Like, I have spoken to her, and for the most part, it's pretty cordial. I mean, are we going to get best friend necklaces? Absolutely not. And there have been times I've spoken to her, asking her certain things about Clint because I just didn't understand something. But then again, her and I can be cordial, and then the next week she gets mad about something, and then I'm all over the internet being the mistress again. So what I would like is to be cordial with her, because I want things to be easier on Clint at the end of the day. If her and I are fighting, it's not good for him.
Clint, do you see that happening, that Tracie and Jen could be cordial?
In a dream world, but fantasy world or whatever, but I mean, come on now.
I just don't want to fight anymore, like at all. I don't think we're all going to be sitting around kumbayaing and stuff like that. But it's like, you know,
kumbaya.
Yeah, it's like 1 week. It's
no need to fight, because at the end of the day, it's Clint's decision, and it looks like this is the direction that he's moving in, and so there's really no need to fight. And I hope you guys can be on good terms, you know, and everything. I'm wrapping this interview up. Did you have anything else to say, Gio?
Yeah, I just want to ask Clint, man, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I just want to tell you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you got some good women. Like, how did you find her? To be honest, that's all I want to know is, how did you find the woman that you with, right?
Jen?
Yeah. He missed, yeah. He already.
Messenger, Facebook Messenger. Messenger's the devil.
Thanks for
and hardcore drugs and prostitution is too.
Oh my God! No. Wow. He was gonna do so well, and then he had to get all this in at the end.
I had to know. But hey, stay clean, stay doing what y'all doing. Y'all stay in a perfect relationship. I see y'all doing stuff, and then try to figure something out where you can handle some situations with Tracie where she ain't going crazy over you. You know, just fix that little situation. You'll be good in life, man. I wish you the best.
Thank you. Likewise.
He has a point. If you guys could get on good terms with Tracie, and then everybody can move forward. That's what I really think. Amber, did you want to say anything before we end this interview?
I just appreciate your response. I'm glad that, you know, you reached back out to me. I really appreciate this interview, and y'all are looking great.
Thank you, Amber.
So proud of Clint. I am like, the last time I saw you, I was really worried about you, and I feel relieved to see you the way you look right now. And Genevieve, whatever you're feeding him, keep going. He's looking great. Yes. Yeah. I'm so happy for you both.
So Clint, let's keep in touch. Genevieve, let's keep in touch, and we'll check in every so often with you guys, because you do look good, Clint. I'll tell you.
Thank you so much, Sharrell.
We got to get the scoop when you get the ring.
That's right. You get the ring.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Okay.
It's just a promise ring.
Yeah, it's just a promise ring, because we're only just dating.
There you go.
So Genevieve is your girlfriend, right, Clint?
I would say so, yes.
Aww.
Oh my God.
Good. Listen, you guys, thanks for calling in. I mean, I think you look amazing, Clint. And we're happy.
Can't nobody hold me down. Also remember that. No.
Oh my God. Don't get in trouble after this interview.
I'm trying not to, ladies.
She has my number, so she can call me if she needs help.
Oh, I will.
And you keep in touch. You guys keep Amber's number on file, and we'll be checking back in with you. You guys look amazing. Thanks for calling in, and you've gotten everything off your chest, right, Genevieve?
Yeah, I feel great.
Sounds good. All right, thanks, guys. In the chat.
Have a blessed day.
You too. I just want to thank all your fans for tuning in. I mean, we got a lot of people in here. It's almost 700.
Yeah.
Good.
Love it. Love it. And
all right. Take care.
Love everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Clint.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
That was a great interview.
I love him.
He does look healthy. He really does look healthy.
He does.
I understand this message. She's just saying at the end of the day, he's not saying he doesn't love Tracie. He's just saying it just got too chaotic. And that makes sense. We all wish the best for Genevieve, Clint, and Tracie. Really. All right, everyone in my comment section, thanks for joining in. Thanks for the questions, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Right, Amber?
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.